Hi, welcome to another edition of Spin Cycle. I'm Madeleine Doubek with Reboot, Illinois, here with Matt Dietrich. And a lot of developments in the governor's race this week. We had two back-to-back debates, one with the Institute of Politics and NBC5 at the University of Chicago, another with WGN and the Chicago Tribune, and there was a marked surliness factor that upticked quite a bit from one night to the next.
Yeah, you had between Tuesday and Wednesday night, it went from pretty aggressive on Tuesday night, and the candidates have been, getting this way a little bit. But Wednesday night's debate, you really had some episodes where you had Kirk Dillard accusing Bill Brady of running a bankrupt business,
company.
And Bill Brady retorting that that wasn't accurate, and then threatening to sue Kirk Dillard. You had then Kirk Dillard saying electing Bruce Rauner is like putting a rat in charge of the cheese. And then you had Bruce Rauner asking Dillard, why are you even running as a Democrat or as a Republican? Why aren't you running as a Democrat? You've got all this union backing.
Yeah.
Putting Bruce in charge of Springfield is sort of like putting a rat in charge of the cheese. And Bruce cannot beat Pat Quinn because all he has to offer are slogans.
Why are you running in the Republican primary? I think you should be running in the Democratic primary. You've taken more government union money from the government union bosses the last 10 years than John Cullerton. You have taken hundreds of thousands of dollars from the teachers' unions. You're endorsed by AFSCME. The government union bosses are at the core of our spending problem in Illinois. It's a conflict of interest with the taxpayers.
So this whole race is really starting to revolve around this whole union question. Rauner has been on TV for forever talking about the union government bosses and how they dominate and are in control of too much in state government. And then we now have Kirk Dillard really getting almost all of the major union support.
Right.
AFSCME is the latest one, IFT, IEA, and so there's been quite a bit of back and forth there.
Dillard has been quick to point out that about a third of the union membership is Republican.
And so things are getting surly because there's not much time left for people to make up their minds.
We're under 2 weeks before the primary on March 18th, and the big dynamic for the last, I would say, maybe month in this race is as polling has shown Bruce Rauner rising, and as Bruce Rauner has just saturated the airwaves because he's got a pretty much unlimited campaign fund. He gave himself another $1 million recently. The theme has been among the non-Rauner candidates that two of them have to drop out.
Get out of my way.
because they want to have a one-on-one. The common wisdom is that you're only going to have a shot at defeating Bruce Rauner at this point if you have a one-on-one contest. So now you have Bill Brady and Kirk Dillard each going back and forth on, well, I'm number two, well, I'm number two. Dan Rutherford has kind of been, he's to a certain extent been marginalized. This whole episode with the harassment lawsuit from an ex-employee has been a big problem for him.
Right.
And the trouble at this point now is they're running out of time. It doesn't look like anybody is going to drop out of the race because they all have specific reasons why they're staying in. And I think some of that tension is bubbling up.
Right. But so if you're going to participate in this race, you need to really take a look now and make up your mind and actually do go vote because, polls are a snapshot in time. And we've seen in the past race just how close both the primary and the general election were in these races. So it's important to not let the polls dissuade you from actually participating.
Right. Remember, in 2010, Pat Quinn was going to lose. A week before. He was going to lose according to all the polls. Guess what happened?
Yep. He's our governor. All right, that's it for this week's edition of Spin Cycle. We'll see you next time.